10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I invite you to come and join us July 9th through the 12th, and to bring your children ages 4 to 12 to come and be with us during that time. We have special guests, the Clark twins, coming to join us, and we would like for your assistance to help to bring them with us. Form a GoFundMe. We ask you to donate any amount. It doesn't matter. It can be $1, $5, $100, $1,000. Whatever your heart's desire is, just donate to our GoFundMe so that we can pay for our children to come without them having to pay a cent. So please, come and donate to our GoFundMe page and bless our children so that they will be blessed by coming and taking part in our Gospel Songwriters Conference.
Hi guys! My name is Harmony and my name is Cindy, and we are the Twin Clark Sisters. We are so excited to be coming to the Songwriters Conference in Fort Worth, Texas in July, where we will be performing live just for you. Meet us there. See you soon.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. First, I would like to thank my founders, Natalie Piggies, for this great opportunity to interview great songwriters, singers, musicians, and et cetera, et cetera. I am so honored. As you can see on the screen right now, I have the one and only. I call him the Mr. Praise and Worship, the one and only Mr. Joren Bates. What's going on, bro? How are you making out today, man?
I am good. How about yourself?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. This camera acting crazy. I don't know why it's turning sideways on me. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. How you making out today?
Oh, Blessed be the ties.
Yeah, look, I'm telling y'all, this dude, this man, young man right here, is taking up a storm. He's he's everywhere. When I say everywhere, this young man is everywhere. Doing praise and worship everywhere he go. Uh, man. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So Jordan, tell the people just a little bit about yourself.
um, well, born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. Grew up in the church all my life. PK, family of singers and preachers and pastors, musicians, you name it. So God and music has definitely been engraved in me since while I was at least in my mama's womb. I believe that I came out of the womb singing. So it's been a great journey, and I'm loving where I am now, and I'm loving where I've come from, the people who has brought me to where I am, who molded me into not only just the praise and worship leader, but the choir director I am, the singer I am, you know, um, growing up, church, 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 church. Literally that Sunday, from that Sunday morning to about that Sunday evening, church. And I really appreciate that. I do. I appreciate it so much because if it had not been for the church, I don't know. I
Yes,
don't know.
man. But like I told you earlier before the show started, man, you really taking up a stone. So you are. I don't want to mess this up. You are the praise and worship leader at St. Stephen's, correct?
Yes,
Or
I'm a praise and worship leader over at the Greater St. Stephen, my church home. I also direct the choir over at the Fellowship Baptist Church on Sunday mornings as well.
okay. Oh wow. And so, right quick, question I have. You used to do praise and worship at, or you used to be on the praise team at Joe Dyson Church.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Also, like I told you, Jordan, I really went back. I did not know you sung with CTW.
yes, I did. Back in November of 21,
Okay.
right around their anniversary time, that was when I joined Created to Worship.
Okay. So, question I have now: you are song created to worship. You was a worship leader. You're a praise and worship leader at St. Stephen's. Now you are the praise and worship leader at St. Stephen's. I'm sorry I said that. You are also a school teacher, correct?
Yes,
Oh my God, what school?
elementary school system over at the Woodmere Elementary School, West Bank.
Man, so how you teach elementary?
Oh yeah,
Ooh, Lord. So okay, that's what I'm trying to understand. You're a school teacher, right?
right,
Praise and worship leader,
right.
director.
Mm-hmm.
Where do Jordan have time? And then I'm sorry, I forgot. You are the praise and worship leader for New Nation.
Yes, for New Nation and for the New Orleans chapter of the Gospel Music
I was just about
Workshop.
to say that too.
Yeah.
And wait, I forgot something else. You were the praise and worship leader for the uh, Thomas Dulcie convention when it was down here in New Orleans.
Yes, I did lead praise and worship for that as well.
So y'all see why I call him Mr. Praise and Worship. Man, so let's get to that. By being praise and worship,
Hmm.
doing praise and worship for the Thomas Dulcie convention, man, how was that experience?
I'll be honest with you. I was a nervous wreck. I was a nervous wreck. Um, but the main thing that kept me straight at that moment was just to pray. One thing I've learned from my family, my natural family and my spiritual family, whatever you do, you gotta pray. So
Yeah.
I feel like once I prayed my little, all right, God, I'm about to get in front of all of these people that I don't know. And I'm about to sing this little ABC, Mary Had a Little Lamb. And get out the way. God, I need you to give me some strength. Once I prayed that prayer, and I was good. I was good by then. But you know, and that's not even when I'm in my praise and worship leader element. That's if I'm leading a song or directing a choir, I always become a nervous wreck right before it's time for me to do it. And I didn't understand why at first, but it took me to realize, because I have such a deep passion for music, the music ministry, ministering to the souls. And so I said I gotta pray.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
God, I need you to give me strength. Amen.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like when I see you in your element, bro, you can't really tell that you was nervous. You can't. You can't, man. I'm telling you, when I saw you at the Thomas Dorsey, you wasn't. When I see you do praise and worship with New Nation, man, you wasn't. Even at the GSWA New Orleans chapter musical, you wasn't, man. I'm like, I admire you the most. I ain't gonna lie to you, Doc. You are one of my
Wow.
favorite male singers in New
Wow.
Orleans. You're
Wow.
one of them. Cause
But
trust me, man, I see. Yeah, man. What, we gonna go to some comments there. Somebody, Amanda.
hey, best friend.
Yeah, she was saying that's my best friend. There you go. You're founder of the New Nation, the one and only Minister John Walker.
Walker.
Walker said you're nervous right now.
I am. I am. I am.
uh, and there go my brother from another mother. Great musician, great singer, great artist. Um, Darrell Thomas, man, what's going on, bro? Hope all is well. And Ranish, I'm saying her name right because I know
Yes,
I messed
yes,
up.
you are.
And Maxine.
That's my mommy. Hey, Ma.
Hey man, how are you? So look, George, we're gonna all right, so I want to get into this one right here. I told you I got some pictures and stuff like this. So I want you to tell me how did you feel when you took this picture?
Ooh. One and only Melvin Crispell. Um, it felt great. Now, mind you, I had already met him early in that month because I believe that was during the Thomas Dorsey convention. So I had already met him at the Gospel Music Workshop of America, at that convention just a couple of weeks prior to that. And to when we ran into each other at the Thomas Dorsey, and the fact that he actually remembered who I was like, wow. So I just knew I had to get the picture with him. I had to.
Yes, indeed, man. That he's on my top list too of one of my favorite singers. I love him. All right, so we're gonna play a game right quick, Jordan. You ready?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna show you a picture. Tell me what year this was and where was it?
Oh, that was in the year of 2022.
All
That was at the homegoing celebration of a very close friend and brother. We literally grew up in a church together over at the St. Paul Baptist Church, where his natural dad, my adopted dad, Pastor Oren D. Grant Sr., he was my spiritual father, my adopted father for going on 10 years now. Adopted because I've always looked at him as a father figure, but that
right.
was his homegoing celebration. Now, mind you, in that picture, that was a very difficult time. You
Yeah,
know, I hadn't just gotten back from my first year at GMWA, and just about 2 days after I came home, uh, I have gotten news that he had gone on to glory. So that picture always holds near and dear to my heart because I was doing it for God, but I was doing it for my brother at the same time because
yeah,
he was my drummer. We used to have literally a love hate relationship. especially when it came down to music.
Uh-huh.
We definitely had a love and hate relationship, but that was because both of us had passion, and our passion just always came together,
Flash.
always
Hmm.
come together. Um, so till this day, I miss him dearly, but I know I'm still going strong for him because he wouldn't want me to stop doing what I do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, and here, right here, some pictures. All right, we already took. All right, showed you one, the middle one. You here's a picture of you and Kevin Lampton. Like I'll be seeing you all doing a whole lot of stuff with Kev on YouTube, and I'll play one of them videos later on today. But this first picture, what's going on with this first picture?
In the all white.
All white.
Okay, that was in 2020. That was 2022 as well. That was one of my home associations, the West Side Missionary Baptist Association, second to none. But yeah, that was during our annual spring concert. To my right, that's my best friend right there, Amanda
Okay.
Hayden,
Uh-huh.
and to my left, that's my other good friend right there, Shara Brown. The three of us, we call ourselves the singing PKs because we're all PKs and we sing. Um, I have absolutely no clue what was going on at the time, but something obviously happened. That
Yes, indeed. The one and only Miss Cynthia Walker is on here. Hey, Miss Cynthia, how are you?
Dr. Walker, that lady there. That lady there. She's one who plays a major part of molding me into the director and worshiper I am. She along with my cousin and my mom and my auntie all went to the same church, none other than the Mount Salem Baptist Church,
Mm-hmm.
where the one and only Dr. David Bates Jr. served as the pastor. He's a main reason why I am who I am today musically and spiritually. But he was like that with all of us who were under his umbrella at the Mount Salem Baptist Church. She was one who knew me while I was in my mama's stomach, and
Uh,
until this day she always say that. She said, "I always knew you while you was in your mama belly."
Speaking of that, now don't kill me now, okay? Don't kill me. So the next picture I'm gonna show, um, this picture I'm gonna show, this young man. Have you ever thought that you would be where you at right now after this picture?
Oh,
With this, have you ever thought the level you will be at after this?
honestly, no. I mean, I never doubt I never doubt what God have in store for me because
Yes.
the book of Jeremiah, for I know the thoughts and plans I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I've known that I was going to go somewhere, but I never knew that I would be where I'm at right now. That picture to the left with the crown on my head, that was actually while I was in high school. That
Oh,
was when
wow.
I was in the choir at Eleanor McMay Secondary School under the direction of my musical father, none other than Mr. Clyde Lawrence.
Okay. Yeah, Miss
He's
Clyde.
actually the reason. He's the reason why I know how to cite read music. I know my music theory because he taught me all of that.
Oh,
So
wow.
I never thought I would get to where I'm at now after these pictures. The pictures to my that picture to the right.
Uh-huh.
That's me dancing with my mommy.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
she's another one, who got me to where I am now because growing up, she was always my best supporter, yet my worst critic. Sometimes when I used to sing them solos and I used to think I can do all of them riffs and runs that I do now when I was
Hmm.
younger. And we would get home. She said, "Son, you did good on your solo.
But
Don't do that. But,
yeah,
but that what you did during yeah, leave that alone." I said, "Okay."
it's indeed. Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was all out of love. So
yeah. So we have some more comments right here.
It
Okay.
Mount Salem where yep, yep, yep. It was at Mount Salem where I attended my first ever choir rehearsal.
And Maxine again.
Oh my man, them were the days at Mount Salem.
Yeah.
Now a lot
Richard.
of people really don't know
Hey,
this,
Rich.
but I actually started out as a drummer.
Really?
I started out on the drums.
Wow. Okay.
I used to play on the drums. Now this is a little embarrassing what I'm about to say, but oh well. I would play the drums at my grandfather's church, and whenever the spirit would get high and someone decides that they will start shouting,
Uh-huh.
I used to run off the drums
Why? Why you ran off the drums?
because I didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know what they were doing. All I know is
Yeah.
they flipping over pews, hooping and hollering. I said, "Oh no,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. Now I know. Now I know."
Yeah.
I
And
got
and
on the
I
drum.
because
Even when even after my grandfather's passing and we went to St. Paul Baptist Church, I started out on the drums. And that's also a story for itself too. I started out on the drums until they figure out that I knew how to sing. Ever since then, I was barely touching the drums. And then my minister of music, my mentor, both of them, none other than Troy Coleman and Vanessa Walker. Um, them two were the ones who actually gave me my start in teaching choirs, directing choirs, leading praise and worship. You know, Troy taught me how to sit at a piano. He knew that I had an ear to hear
Mhm.
parts, but he used to always fuss at me because he always told me it made no sense for me to have a perfect pitch and don't want to play. Like it's at a
Mhm.
point to where you can just play a note and I easily can tell you what note you're playing. So he put
Wow.
me on with teaching choirs, you know, not only with teaching choirs, but when I'm directing, you know, make sure you want to direct with poise and with accuracy. You want to know where you're going in the songs. And he used to take me to all of the musicals in New Orleans and the surrounding areas, and that Vanessa Walker, she taught me how to lead praise and worship. How when you're leading praise and worship, it's not like you're leading a song, but you are leading the people into worship. You know, you're setting the atmosphere. You're bringing in the holy of holies. So them two were actually the main ones who started me in that element of directing and leading praise and worship.
Man. And that pays off. And that's a big uh kudos to the ones who did that because this dude here is a beast. That's why I called him Mr. Praise and Worship. Because everywhere I see who doing praise and worship, Jordan Bates. I'm like, okay. Every main event, who doing praise and worship, Jordan Bates. And so I got a video, man. A video that I seen that you were directing. Now I told you I was gonna make fun of you on this one. Uh, I said I saw you. We at the you did Grace of God,
Mm-hmm.
and your directing style was cool. But when that end of that song come, you was cutting them musicians. I said Jordan about to play bowling ball. He found a bowl. He, wait. I'm trying to get it. I said, all right, you better hit that strike. But I love it, man. I love it. I love your style. But here's a video. You tell me about this video after you finish playing. Um, about what year it was.
Hmm.
Not where what year it was, but what choir. I think it was the chorale.
Okay.
The chorale. I think it was chorale when I saw the video.
You own it, Doc. You own it.
Greatest.
Yes, indeed. See, I told that boy, Jordan, I got too old. I can't move like that no more. I
That
got too old.
was 2023 at our concert, Shouting in the Camp Hymnal Edition. That was the community choir that I am blessed to be the director of, Melvin Winfield and the Glory Corral Community Choir. That was
Okay.
our concert. Now that Greatest Thy Faithfulness is definitely my favorite hymn. It is. A little backstory behind that. I knew I wanted to do an arrangement of Greatest Thy Faithfulness, but I wasn't sure of what arrangement to do, and I was looking and looking. I did not like what I was hearing. I'll be honest, I did not like what I was hearing, so I hadn't brushed it off, put it on the back burner. I say, okay, oh well, I know other hymns I can do that. One night I was with my mentor Troy Coleman. We were on our way back to New Orleans from a musical in Thibodeau. And he asked me about this choir from Chicago, James Chambers and the Ecclesiastes. That was their arrangement of Greatest Thy Faithfulness. And he asked if I've heard it before. I said, well, no, I've never heard it. So he decides to play it for me while we were riding back to New Orleans. And by the time they have gone to the second verse, I was in that truck done for. And I said, I have to do this. And I'm saying that to myself. And I looked over, I looked at him, and I can tell by the seriousness in his eyes when he was looking at me. He said, you need to teach them this. So that was, a piece of revelation for me. I said, okay, I'll teach them this. And the choir members can attest that that was the main song I was touching at every rehearsal. Melvin, let's go to Greatest Thy Faithfulness, the choir. Like, oh, Lord. Because they knew it was a lot to it. But by the time they finally, we finally went through it with no problems, them Negroes were in there about to be stretched across the floor. So I knew by then that was a special, that was something special. That was a very special moment. Again, Greatest Thy Faithfulness is always, will always be my favorite hymn. So I just knew by the time I heard that arrangement, I said, I gotta do it. And I wasn't taking no for an answer with that. So that's my story behind that one. Oops. Been rehearsing since July.
Your change is coming. Oh, a move of God. Yeah, you've been expecting a change in your life. Looking for your midnight to turn to sunshine. It's gonna happen. Just wait and see. All things are possible for them who believe. You've been expecting a change. Looking for your midnight.
Really, bro? You had to do that run? You had to do that run? Yeah, sorry about that. Y'all had a little technical difficulties for a quick second, but man, that was amazing. That was at Fellowship Church with Jessica Harvey,
Yeah,
right?
United Fellowship. Yes.
United Fellowship, yeah.
Was that was actually Labor Day weekend 2023. She asked me to come and share with them. And that's another good bop right there. That's my song. That's my song.
John, don't start with my
Oh.
connection. Don't do that to my connection. Don't do that to my connection. So I had another picture, but I think I misplaced it somewhere.
Mhm.
You have performed at Jazz Fest
Yes.
this past year, right?
Yes.
Man, how was that experience performing at Jazz Fest?
Oh, it was very hot. I got on that stage our shirts were cool material, and it still felt like I walked into the fiery furnace.
Yes, indeed.
But
Yes,
other than
indeed.
that, it was great. It was a really great experience. Now that one again, I was a nervous wreck. I was a nervous wreck. Um, I had to pray at even after that whole week of praying and fasting that the choir and I did. Whew, I was a nervous wreck. So I had to just think to myself, I said, okay, you're not directing in front of people. I had to say this to myself, you're not directing in front of people. You're directing in an empty room. Ain't nobody watching you. It's just you and God. After that,
Hmm.
I was I was gone.
Yes, indeed. And I contest to that. That's the truth. You have to. Um, it's bad to say that you have to try to sing like you singing into an empty room especially when you're on that kind of grand stage,
Right.
because when you on that kind of grand stage, you too much. Um, my founder, who I sang with, North to Worship, Sandra Metz, and a lot of other singers be like, hey, once you get in your head, it's hard to get yourself out because you're constantly trying to say, I'm making sure I'm singing the right note. Oh, if I'm doing the steps right. Now, I saw a video on YouTube. I saw a video on YouTube.
Uh oh.
I'm hoping I got this video. Y'all perform. Uh, Goodness, what's this song was on the stage, and y'all did a whole 3-step. Yeah, I mean, and then look, this dude, he's not just a praise and worship leader. This
Oh,
boy just not a singer. This boy was throwing some bars out there. He was rapping. I said, wait, that's I said, okay.
yes, that was at Jazz Fest. That was Kirk Carr classic. Do you know him?
Yeah.
That's the song. And I came up with that rap about the night before, honestly.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's why you're a beast, Doc. That's
Uh,
why you're a beast. Because I'm like, because I had to listen to it. I said, wait, they ain't got no rapping in this song. Wait, what's going on? But I like how you did that, man, because you have to do when you're on that kind of stage like that, you have to do something like, okay, unexpected. Like people don't know, wait, they ain't got no rap in this part. But
right.
when you did that, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. And then by you singing at the Thomas Dawson, you did no, the New Nation. I told you about that song. I never heard that version of Holy.
Really?
Never heard of it. And I say, man, that is awesome.
Oh yeah.
So where do you get your inspiration from to do like just to go singing, just to anything you want to do? Where you get your inspiration from?
Oh wow. There's actually a lot of people, especially in the New Orleans area. First of all, my family. Again, like I said earlier, I come from a family of singers, musicians, preachers. Um, so that was the first piece of my inspiration, even the one Dr. David Bates Jr. He was my everything. He was my everything. It was like when you see him, you see me right here, right up under him.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was my very first piece of inspiration. After that, after my family, the people who I grew up around, I'm sorry, in the music world, um, Troy Coleman, Vanessa Walker, Henry Smith, Delisha Adams, Tyrone Foster, just to name a few, even Pastor Andrew Amity. Uh, something I, a lot of people really don't know. All of my years in school, literally from even preschool all the way up to college, all of my teachers were singers,
Oh wow.
church singers and pastors and musicians. So I was around all of this all my life and going to all of these musicals and looking at all of the different directors. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I loved the drums when I started out, but it was very fascinating looking at the director, waving their hands. You don't know where they're about to go, especially if the
Hmm.
ceiling is really high. So those are my main inspirations. Even outside of them, just my personal conversations with God. I always make time to have my conversation with the Lord, especially if I know I'm about to be on assignment to minister somewhere. Okay, God, I'm about to go to this place. I honestly don't feel like going, but because it's in your will for me to go, I'm gonna do this. But I need you to give me something to sing. And one thing I've learned throughout the years, always go somewhere with the song in your heart and a song in your back pocket. Um, the song from the heart will be something that God gives to me. Even something in my back pocket, even when I'm going to, these various services, when I survey the crowd, okay, I don't think these people are going to be so receptive of this. So I might go to this.
Yeah,
They might
yeah.
they might not want to hear this. I might sing this. That's one thing I love about being what's the word, versatile in music. I love my contemporary music. I do. I love my CCM, but it's always good to go into that hymn book. And a lot of people say, Jay, to say that you are really young, it makes no sense for you to know all of these hymns like that and all of these songs from the 80s. Some there before your time, but that's because I was brought up that way. I was brought up
Hmm.
hymns, gospel music, all of your good quality choir music. I honestly didn't get into the contemporary music until at St. Paul I did, because by me learning praise and worship, I had to sneak into that avenue of listening to that other type of gospel music. Even then, I was like, man, I don't want to sing that. I want to sing Thomas Whitfield. I want to sing Keith Pringle and the Thompson Community Singers. I've really gotten more appreciative of the contemporary gospel music when I first started going to Greater St. Stephen, honestly, and that is the honest to God truth. And even seeing where I'm at now with praise and worship, I appreciate that because I have that free range of doing my contemporary and will still be able to go back into the hymn book when necessary.
And that's a good thing, man. And I tell a lot of musicians, not really tell a lot of musicians, but a lot of the saints. Like I talked to Miss Jackie Mayfield. Had an interview with her, and I told her I'm gonna get her back on because it's amazing work that she does, and she's an amazing singer herself.
Yeah.
One of the legends of New Orleans, and it's important just to go back. um, it's good for at least a musician, a singer, anything, just to know him because you have this, like you say, you have to be versatile. You never know if you go to a church, they don't sing, "Take Me to the King." They sing, "Jesus
Jesus
Keep
keep
Me at
me at
the
the
Cross,"
cross.
and yeah, you gotta know how to do it. The people gonna look at you crazy. You try to come there and sing something they don't know. So I got another video. You said St. Paul, and I found the video. at St. Paul. So tell us about that one.
I cannot remember what year that was, but that was the choir's anniversary. Now, at that time, and even still till a day, because I still don't think it makes any sense for this church starts at 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
Uh
And the choir used to be blazing at 7 o'clock in the morning.
huh.
I'm like, at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm still cracking trying to get all of my notes out in this choir, singing down at seven
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. Uh,
Wow.
that right there, that church right there, 1509 Monroe Street, um, in Gretna, Louisiana. That's where I got my start at directing, leading praise and worship. And that's honestly where I've gotten more comfortable in my singing. Because at that
Mhm.
time I was young. I was younger. I rather say I'm still young. I was younger,
Mhm.
still trying to understand what do I want to do. I'm like, and you know, to be realistic, around that time, young people go through peer pressure all of the
Yeah.
time. So, I'm like, do I want to be this little church boy singing in the choir all the time?
Hmm.
But it really took me to see God's blessings that made me appreciate again my upbringing and why I am where I am. And St. Paul has really started that out with me. You know, till this day, I will always give my props. Where did you get your start? Where did you get your start? St. Paul Baptist Church. St. Paul
Awesome.
Church. Mount Salem rooted me, and St. Paul started me.
Wow, wow, wow. There you go. John Walker said, preach.
I mean that. Hey,
But man, yeah, because like I say, as I look at some of the pictures, and I see you think back where God, you never knew that God would take you to the point where you at right now.
right.
You never imagined that. Who would have thought that, you know, that He would take you to the height that you at? Like
Exactly.
to me, those are major stages to me. Everybody's, well, that's not a big stage. Nah, that's a major stage to me. If I'm encouraging everybody, you Thomas Dorsey doing praise and worship for a Thomas Dorsey convention, doing praise and worship for GMWA, doing praise and worship for New Nation that's about to take a stone, man. You're doing big things, bro. God is very pleased. God is very pleased.
And I
I got
love.
another video. I'll make sure this right video, y'all. This was at your school, right? The school you teach
Yes,
at.
that's the school.
That was
That was actually last month. Uh,
okay.
Last month, my school has been nominated for an award. World's best school to overcome adversity.
Oh
Um,
wow, awesome.
and we were the only school in the whole United States to be nominated for that award. Um, and it is really a blessing to see where the school was when I first started working there to see where we are now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and again, I'm just being realistic. When you go to your schools that are in your predominantly black neighborhoods, or what people will say the ghetto, um, you look at them schools and people will say, that school ain't gonna do anything for my child. That school full of dummies and teachers ain't right over there and all of that stuff. But I see that school as a regular school that's popping. Every school have their good days and their bad days. And one thing I can say at school, I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of great staff, co-workers, even the kids there. The kids there hold a special place in my heart. They sometimes make me leave work with a headache, but they're always a special place in my heart. And I'm really appreciative to say that I am waking up in the morning changing somebody's child's life.
Yeah, yeah.
Because the kids today really need that positive figure. And one thing I've learned in the school system is really lacking black male educators.
Speak, sir. Speak.
Black male educators. um you would either have your black female educators, or you would have, yeah, yeah. I don't want to seem prejudiced, so I don't want to say what I want to say,
Yeah.
but y'all get what I'm saying. The black school really need us's, you know even everywhere, honestly. The black
Mm-hmm.
need us, and it's time for us to really take our communities back. So I love the career that I'm in. I do. I love the career that I'm in, and I know a lot of people say you have to be called to go into that type of field. Yeah, you have to be called, and you also have to have patience with the kids, because you just don't know what these kids are going through at home.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah.
I've always been against teachers, staff workers at the schools who are just mean and not understanding for no reason. I don't care how bad that child is, you have to give them that same attitude that you would give all of your other kids, because you just don't know what the kids are going
What they
through
doing?
at home. They could have
Yeah,
gone through something just that morning when they woke up before they come to school. So, it's first of all, as being an adult, you wouldn't want any other adults talking to your child the way you talking to this person's child, right? Right.
that's true.
So
That's true.
it's a respect thing, and it's a patience. Patience. Just gotta have patience with these kids.
Yes, indeed. And I'm comment up. She put that up. I'm glad Miss Maxine put that comment up. Said director of the year. So give me 1 second. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Man, how did you feel winning the NOLA Gospel Awards 20? I think that was 2023 last year, right?
Three. Yep.
2023. You won the praise. Well, no, choir
Quite
director of the
correct.
year. Now, how did you feel to win that award?
It was honestly a shock. It was very humbling experience, but it was really a shock that I won that award, because I'm like, he got me on the same ballot as all of these other vets who've been directing for since way I was before I was born. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, to win this award lets me know that people are actually seeing my ministry and what I'm doing. I don't do this to be seen, but The Bible says to let your light so shine. So I guess my light is really shining. So I was honored to receive that award, and it was very humbling. I would never take a moment like that for granted, ever, ever.
So the question I have: when is Jordan Bates going to have a CD?
Me?
Yes, you. Because I'm about to play a video, and this is tells me that you're ready. That it's coming right here.
Is there anyone out there who have something to be thankful for? Put those hands together. Say, so much to be thankful for. So much, to be grateful for. Lord, I am truly thankful. Say, I am truly grateful. I am truly grateful.
Wow. You know, I'm I'm actually speechless on that one. I'm actually in the middle of hearing from God right now. I've ever since that day, I've started to really think, do you really want to go into the vein of songwriting and really recording? And I've gotten a revelation a few months back when I just started to think about certain songs, rearranging them in my head, and I actually wrote two songs after this. One song I was able to do with my church, Greater St. Stephen, a month back, and there's another one that no one knows about. Um, I'm just waiting for God to give me that green light to really showcase teachers to somebody's choir. Um, so it's in the works. It's in the works right now. It is. I'll be honest. I'll say it's in the works. Um, I'm just trying to really find time. And right now, what it's looking like, I can't find time. I just have to make time. You know, when your songwriting, especially in gospel music, it's a certain level of discipline to really sit down, block out all distractions, and to really hear from God. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and God always have the time to bless me. So I just told myself honestly a few days ago, I'm going to make time to sit down, listen to his voice, whatever he give to me, write it down, um, make up a melody in my head, record it. I'm not a musician, I can't play. So of course I have to take it to somebody. Um,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, who would be a better person to take it to other than the one and only Kevin Lampton?
Yeah. Yes,
So
sir.
it's in the works. It's in the works. That's
Yeah, because
that's
like I said, like I looked at that video and it was another song you did with K Lamp,
Mhm.
and it's just shout out to Kevin Lampton, man. He's one great musician, producer, songwriter himself.
Yeah.
Uh, he redid goodness, I did it
You're
at my church.
talking about We're Gonna Make It?
We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
I love the way how he rearranged that, and it was so amazing, man. So I already know that was in the making for you, man. That because you gifted that, and I'm gonna encourage you. Yeah, wait on God,
Right.
because I said numerous of times on my show. There was numerous of times that I just try to go out and do my songs by myself,
Hmm.
not waiting on God. But once you wait on God, God will work everything out for you. Trust me,
Right.
he it would just flow. It would just work by itself. Put time, studio time, rehearsal time, everything just flow easily. The songs gonna drop. It's gonna be so easy if you wait on God. So yeah, man, trust me. That's it. So Jordan, how can they get in touch with you? How they can follow you? How they can you say, hey, you know what? I would like Jordan Bass to come sing at my church. How can they do that?
Um, you can find me on Facebook, Joren space Bates. That's Facebook, or you can find me on Instagram at jbates.sings. Um, no offense, but I'm not a big person on just giving out my number.
Uh huh.
Once we have that conversation, and I'll feel the need, I can give you my phone number.
Yeah. So look, y'all follow Jordan. He's on social media. He gave you his social media links, and everywhere you can find him, I'll have it on the screen. So Jordan, I always encourage my viewers and encourage my people, all my guests to come on the show, just to give the encouraging word to any songwriter, any future director, any future musician. Just give them a little encouraging word.
Okay. To the next generation that will be coming after me. Of course, seek God. Always seek God. Um, put Him first. Always remember Jesus. Always keep Him on your mind, like the songwriter would say. And no matter what, as long as you keep Him first and you stay rooted and you stay grounded in the Word of God and you just remain humble, He will bring you to places you never imagined to be. Songwriter say, don't forget to remember where all your blessings come from. Don't forget to remember and to give honor where honor is due. Um, you're going to go through adversity. You're going to go through people turning backs on you. Those who supported you at first when you was little, they're going to turn their back on you. Jealousy and spite once you get up there. You don't know where God is going to lead you. Like the hymn says, if Jesus goes with me, I'll go anywhere. Keep Jesus with you, and he'll take you to higher heights. He'll take you somewhere where you've never been before.
Better well said, man. Very well said. Well, look, y'all, this is your boy Gerard Mitchell. Jordan Bates will be back on here. He will. Yeah. Yep. He'll be back on here. And it's gonna be real soon. It's gonna be real soon, because man, this young man is taking up a stone, and he's Mr. Praise and Worship. That's your new name. When I see you every time, that's your new name from now on, Mr. Praise and Worship. When I tell you, this dude here is an amazing worship leader and a praise leader. I'd be lost for words. I'm gonna be honest. Seriously, because I see nothing but anointing over your life. You is walking, you is talking, you is walking in God's favor.
I receive, and God gets all the glory.
Yeah, man. That's because I told Joren, I said, man, I've been wanting to do an interview with him, but it just a whole lot of stuff came up. But I said, you know what? Yeah, it's that time. Joren hit me up. I think I hit you up for a song.
You did.
I said, yeah, it's about that time. I said, yeah, it's about that time. It's about that time. Yeah. So, man, I appreciate you, man. Once again, y'all follow Jordan. If y'all need him to come sing at your church, I'm telling you, y'all get him at your church. Y'all gonna be blessed. Y'all gonna be blessed. I'm telling you. And y'all look out. He got something coming. He got something in store. I see it. He's a praise and worship leader for New Nation. Shout out to New Nation, John Walker. He's the praise and worship leader for the New Orleans chapter of the Gospel Music Workshop. Y'all keep an eye on, look, and make sure, y'all, I got to do my job before I get fired. Make sure y'all register for this year's conference at the Gospel Songwriters Conference. It's going to be an amazing conference this year. It's going to be in Fort Worth, Texas. We got Jewels of Gospel Music. We got the one and only Warren Thompson, Ricky Paul, Frank Thompson Jr. from New Orleans, Miss Trenell, Pastor J. Artist Stuckey, Mr. Milton Wallace, and Mr. Nate Young. As y'all can see right there, this concert was this past Saturday, and it was an amazing event. That y'all can see right there, number 2 at the bottom, Jordan Bates, praise and worship leader. I'm telling y'all gonna be blessed, man. Jordan, man, it was an honor and a privilege to interview with you, man. Trust me, this is not gonna be the last. We're gonna do something again. Why is my godchild walking in the camera? I'm sorry, Jordan. That's about y'all, Lord. All in the family. Yeah. But y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in for GSWC highlights. Make sure y'all follow Jordan Bates, man. I'm telling y'all, will not be ashamed. And like I always say at the end of each show, peace, love, and joy. Y'all have a great and blessed day. All right, bro.
All right.
Children of God, let's stand upon our feet and give God some praise. I will